Hello, everyone. This is Grace with Grace on a Journey Channelings. Welcome to the newcomer. And to those of you returning, welcome back. You are loved, valued, and appreciated. Now, I'm going to try something different today because I always like to incorporate new things that I believe will assist in areas that we neglect, but that is needed. Now, what I'm about to say may sound odd to some people. However, it is scientifically proven. And as I shared, I believe one episode ago, is that a lot of people are miserable, right? They can't see the brighter side of life. They find themselves in a rut. And some become slaves to their addictions. And they are so annoyed by those that reclaim their birthright to live in joy, peace, and happiness. My attempt is to provide different techniques that may be of assistance to those that are on a lower vibration. And you can take what you want and leave the rest. But a lot of you need a hug. Okay? There. I said it. A lot of you need a hug. It is time to stop pretending that everything is okay in your life and oh my goodness, like nothing. I'm in need. I lack nothing. Everything is so perfect. I have a perfect relationship and a perfect career and perfect children and a perfect finances. And leave that mess with those that remain messy. Okay? Because it is not authentic. And positions you in a place that becomes an obstacle for you to ever arrive to a season that you can say from the depths of your heart that you have joy in your soul. That is only attainable when you allow yourselves to go through the processes. When it is time to let go of toxicity. And I understand it gets complicated. I also understand you owe yourself the opportunity to process detachment, to be in that emotion, to go inside, because the answers are inside. What is the root of this? What role did I play? What role did the other person, place, or thing play? What lesson was I learning? What lesson was I teaching? What lesson was the person teaching me? What lesson was the person, place, or thing learning? It is okay for you to want better. Don't believe the hype. The insincerity in relation to keeping up with the Joneses. Because you will never get a taste of realness until you are real. And this is why I am being real with you in telling you that some of you need a hug. I'm just being real. And that's okay. You're human. You're spiritual beings having a human experience. Hopefully, you have those in your life that are intimate enough with you that you can give them a hug, or that you can ask for a hug. But that a hug could be a part of your daily activities. Touch is important. This is why some relationships deteriorate. Because people have the misconception that it's okay just to be there in the physical. Or it's okay because we've both invested so much time, and so it only makes sense to hang in there. But those of us that are real, regardless of the opinions of others and the judgments and the misconceptions, it's either satisfaction or no way. I'm going to repeat that. It's either satisfaction, meaning feeling fulfilled in the relationship or no way. Because there is no investment when I have no return. It is not enough for some people to just feel, well, I did my manly duty. You know, what's your problem in the bedroom? Whatever the case might be. If I do that, what else is your problem? Again, it is in reference to love languages. People are different. And that is why it is important for us to take the time to get to know each other, to get to know each other's love languages. Some people, it doesn't matter how much you spend on them. If you are not showing up with touch, and when I say that, I'm not referring solely to what we consider intimacy in the bedroom. There are times you encourage each other. There are times the person needs a hug. There are times the person needs for you to hold their hand. There are times the person needs eye contact. In silence. Just connecting. There are levels to this. And this is why I'm going to be frank with y'all. Most of y'all need to mind your business. Because the only people that know what is going on in their relationship are the two people in that relationship. When you commit yourself to a relationship that is cold as ice, and you are warm and loving, staying attached in that predicament will slowly be the death of you. If it doesn't fit, it's not working. And we need to be courageous enough to not feel the need to hesitate when it comes to you pondering, is it time to let go? Is it time to move on? But I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to hurt the person's feelings. I don't want, and in the end, you fall on your face saying, I don't wanna. Invest in those that invest in you. Some people are not as physical, right? I understand that as well. Even though I believe that it's related to some issue, whether they are in denial or not, it is related to some issue. I know one person in particular who's an elder. If you ever attempt to give this elder a hug, her reaction to the hug is she pretends like she's going to bite you. She's not going to bite you for real. It's just her way of just expressing herself when it comes to closeness, when it comes to touch. Because some people get cold because confirmation. Life has brought them through places, through experiences that have been so traumatizing, and due to culture, circles, expectations, they cut themselves short and allow themselves to be a robot and just function. Just go to work. Just come home. Just go to church. Just come home. Just go to the grocery store. Just go home. We all know these women. Not all women need to be in a relationship, and that is the truth. Some are content in their family life, in giving back in their ministries. It all depends on your priorities and your passion for life. And this is why it is important when you invest in a relationship. And when I say invest, understand what I mean is when you give your time, that's an investment already. Okay? Take the time to get to know that individual. Take the time to get to know their needs. What are their needs in relation to feeling nurtured? What are their needs in relation to feeling loved? What are their needs in relation to feeling secure? Sometimes we have to get real. You know what I'm saying? We have to get real. What role did I play? How did I show up? Was I my best self? Because just performing, those that cannot be real. Those that can I be real? Yo, those performing in the bedroom are not put off the hook When it comes to patting someone on the back and, you know what? I appreciate what you did for me, this, and that. Or, giving a hug just because, giving a kiss just because, giving a massage just because. Are you alive? Because it's part of life. And if you want to stop walking around, moping around, blaming everybody for your life, you need to go within. And it starts with self. Especially in seasons when you messed up. Okay? We've all had seasons when we've messed up. And those are the seasons that we have to put ourselves back together. And that is fulfilling our needs. What do you need to feel loved? How are you engaging yourself to provide that need to be loved? How are you applying self-love into your life? It needs to start with you. And this is why it is very normal to give your own self a hug. Those of you that are crying, that are, have anxiety, have depression, have whatever it is. Do you matter? Or just everybody else matters? It only matters when someone else gives you a hug? Is that what it is? Do you have a healing touch? Do you have warmth? Can you make someone feel nurtured? Guess what? While you go through that breakup, while you go through that separation, while you go through that divorce, while you cry, in your anger, in your disappointment, in your vow, never again, you hug yourself until you feel levels of calmer, calm. You remind yourself it is okay to breathe again. It is okay to live. It is okay to smile. It is okay to love again. Love never hurt you. Somebody needed to hear that. It never hurt you. You know who hurt you? You hurt yourself. Confirmation. You hurt yourself because you engaged in a connection, ignoring, and y'all need to be real with me because I'm going to be real with y'all. Ignoring the signs and the red flags and your intuition. Lying to yourself and saying, oh, he'll change. Things will get better. Well, this is just how it is. This is real life. Life is not Hollywood. It's not romantic. It's not cutting yourself short. It's not. When there is a match for you, I'm going to say that again. For someone that needed hope, okay? There is a match for you. But in order for you to co-create that manifestation of being healed and ready. I'm smiling because I hear ready to mingle. But fortunately, some of us don't find ourselves in that situation where we have to go back into the dating scene and so forth and try again. Some of us have favor. Some of us, that's the only way I could put it, have favor. And sometimes God sees how you showed up. He saw your efforts. He saw you gave your all. He saw your fidelity. He saw your honesty. He saw your investment. He saw your caring and nurturing ways. And you know what he does? He covers you with grace and mercy. And as you surrender and allow him to mold you to be your best self, he rewards you. Nah, you didn't have to go out there and look for nobody. You didn't even have to go on a blind date. God works in mysterious ways, people. There's someone out there. I'm receiving a message for you. There's someone out there, your partner, you will connect with your partner as you work for God. I don't know what God is calling you to do. You know what it is. But as you devote yourself and fulfill your soul's purpose, you will run into each other. And he will be the best you ever had. There are certain connections that bring you to moments of meditation, processing, trying to get an understanding. Where were you all my life? Why did it take all this time? How is it that I feel fulfilled? When you feel fulfilled, people, you don't need to have that, what they call it, work husband or work wife. You don't need to have that old boyfriend that you broke up with and then you started a new relationship. Some of you even married, but still have a routine of catching up with him or her, updating them on your relationship. Make it make sense. I said make it make sense. How is that not setting yourself up for failure? If it was an old relationship, that was an energy that was unsuccessful. So when you keep contact with the old connection and you bring it to the new connection, guess what? It leaves you unsuccessful. There are enough trials, challenges that occur in a relationship that you don't need to bring yesterday's baggage to put with today's baggage and confirmation and bring it to tomorrow's baggage. God forbid. Everyone has choices. And this is why some of you needed this gentle reminder that it is okay to sit your butt down, right? Take a break. Work on yourself. Why is it you feel ugly without your makeup? Without your wig? Why is it you feel unattractive without reconstructing what you already have? Why is it you feel unworthy unless you're walking around naked? Just a question for a friend. These are the areas that you need to discover. These are the areas that when healed, you open the door to those that have leveled up. Why is it do you have to lie and say you don't have any kids? How about a couple said, and I said a couple because I've been lied to a couple times. Well, women usually run away when they know you pay child support. Well, isn't she going to find out eventually? I mean, can we make it make sense? Can we? Can we try? Let me tell y'all a little secret. And I'm going to be thorough and say a certain caliber of women. Because I understand there are all types, right? But there's a certain caliber that you want to take home to mom, right? Usually, they prefer honesty. And when you make that first lie, I had to stress it. I said I had to stress it. You chip off the mountain of trust. When you're caught in another lie, that's another chip falling off. When you're caught in a web of lies, yo, that's an avalanche. Done for. In fact, everything gets buried. All the memories, all the dreams, all the plans. I don't see nothing. You don't see nothing. And there is nothing. This is why we need to learn to invest in ourselves. Heal those wounds that need healing. Target those issues that are a pattern that continue to reoccur from one relationship to the other relationship to the other relationship. Confession time. I said confession time. One of the reasons I discovered, and this is through meditation, this is through going inside, not minding other people's business when I have work to do inside, you see. And this is why it's important for us to do work inside as much as we invest outside. Okay? So when I took the time to go inside and recognize the pattern and the resentment that I held because I live transparently. In fact, I've been told I am honest to I forgot what it was. I was so honest that I am so honest that it basically is a decrease instead of an increase, so to speak. And I learned from that individual in particular that it's not really the honesty that was the issue. It's the setting boundaries with certain circles and paying attention to the exchange of energy. If you find yourself in a connection and you're sharing every day, every month, every year, and you notice that person you don't know as much, that person is not too open. Look into that. Okay? You may want to look into that. There may be some lies. But in my situation in particular, I noticed this one lied. Said he didn't have no kids. Confirmation. In fact, he wasn't even committed to anybody. The next one, I only have one. Meanwhile, you don't know how much you have, but it's certainly not one. You didn't even know you was committed. Apparently you were. Or those that have been unfaithful without the children attached. And I had to question myself. Why is it that you can be real and you find yourself in situations where they can't be real? I discovered it has to do with acceptance. I accept who I am. And I love who I am. In fact, I believe in who I am. Catch this one. I'm committed to who I am. Right? because I have confidence in who I am. But some people are broken. They're broken and fronting. Simultaneously. And they walk around as if they're perfect. Listen, I'm loaded with cash. Check out my Benz. You see this chain I'm wearing? Do you see the neighborhood I live in? Meanwhile, they laying on the couch. Do you see what I can afford? Do you see how I can afford you with some dollars to get your nails done? Lord have mercy. Do you see how I can buy you a bracelet? Do you see how I could take you out to dinner? Do you see how I could pay you for last night's performance? That part. Yo! Meanwhile, they on allowance. They got someone working at home. More than one job. And very responsible with her finances. Guess what? I could do my own hair. I could do my own nails. Would you believe that talent? I don't have to go to the juice shop because I can make my own smoothie. Aren't I genius? We all have choices of how we invest and how we thrive. I then came to a deeper plateau and realized in childhood, I witnessed men, plural, men that were caught in lies. One lie, two lie, always lie, right? So it becomes registered that this is something men do. You follow me? It starts from childhood. Do you follow me? And so when you enter and you engage with others of that same sex, that's what they do. And when you're not satisfied and you discuss it with someone with a similar background, from a similar culture, they say, It wasn't that much of a big lie because you didn't know. He didn't know you was going to stick around. So he didn't even have to tell you if he had, if he had kids. And girl, he's doing this. He's doing that. He's doing this. You better not let him go. Yes. He could be doing this. He could be doing that. He could be doing this, right? He could be romantic and loving and, fly you different places, travel. He could do all of that. But what is it when there is no trust? You know what it is? It's me recognizing you not showing up 100%, right? And me devaluing you. Do you understand? There are certain relationships that you are in that you are graded as a D. You almost an F. And this is why when some confusion enters, there is no reaction. There is no need for explanation. There is no need for counseling. Confirmation. Because you already showed your behind. You already showed you lie. And you already positioned me to expect your lies. Now, those who walk in wisdom will understand and remember that everybody has choices. So you have the choice to be lied to, right? Keep up appearances. And be in the illusion that you are boosting up your ego. But doesn't it hurt when you find yourself in that act of commitment and you have to drink your way through it? You have to get high on your way through it. In fact, you have to destroy other people's lives because your misery is in search for company. Am I right? I said, am I right? See, when you do not have confidence and you remain in a relationship with, I'm just going to say it, a jerk, okay? What ends up happening is you end up hating your reflection. Reason being, you are not respecting yourself in that relationship. You are not honoring yourself in that relationship. You are not loving yourself. How can you point a finger, have the audacity to point a finger at someone that did you wrong, doing you wrong, will do you wrong? You remain committed and you have the audacity to tell them they're doing you wrong. What about those 4 other fingers that are pointing back at you? Newsflash. Bombshell. You did yourself wrong. And so I had to accept that just because I witnessed men lying does not mean I have to accept men lying. Just because I witnessed men cheating does not mean I have to accept men. You know when you don't have to accept? Let me tell you when you don't have to accept it. When you lost your joy. When people say you were happier before you was married. We don't recognize you. Are you okay? We are concerned. Is there anything you need or want to talk about? Oh, because it shows up. Stress shows up in the physical, in the mental, and in the spiritual. Stress shows up. And it diminishes your quality of life. And what I love about God is He works in levels. You need to pass this test before I put you in this class, because you need to be ready for this class. And when you reach this class, sometimes contentment makes you silent. Because you are still processing it. because it is still foreign to you. Because you are not used to people telling you the truth. Yes, you are used to romance. Although some don't have a clue. But many do. And so you can sit back and say, yeah, I remember how I felt when I remember receiving that. I remember feeling this way. I remember that gesture. I remember that surprise. Yeah, you could say that, right? But confirmation. But how many times can you say, I remember that truth? I remember that connection. Where both of us went through school and had to learn lessons of life. And was awakened to what counts. Mastering in how to give and take. I send you a text. I love you, boo. Some people will come back home and go to sleep and never make a mention of it. Some people will respond in not the way you expressed yourself, but in his truth. In his way, expressing you matter. You are loved. You see, when you have all these responsibilities that we signed up for, paying bills, having jobs, raising kids, and so forth, we need to recall balance. Life goes by a lot more smoother when there is balance. When you've had a hard day at work and you know you going home to someone making you feel like you are it. You chill. Shoot. That's just 9 to 5. I have the rest of the evening. I have a friend. Some of y'all have a Netflix and chill, right? Some of y'all have a visit to pay the rent, right? And then there are others who are listened to. How was your day? How are you feeling? You matter to me. We're in this together. This is forever. Have you ever heard of programming? Programming is as easy as repetition. When you are consistent in fulfilling your partner's love languages, your partner believes in you. They don't need to call you. Hey, where you at? When you coming home? Are you sure you by yourself? Who you with? Who's that girl in the background? Who's that? You already know I don't play that. Nah. It doesn't come up. It only comes up when you're not assured. When you don't feel it. Let me tell you why I laugh. I laugh because there are many people in relationships. Oh, my man does this for me. That's why I stand by him. I'm going to do whatever. I'm ride or die. Ain't that what y'all say? Yo, I hope he's ride or die for you. Meanwhile, we have an open relationship. But I know he coming back home to mama. I know my rent is paid. Ghetto princess, what's up? I can't call you queen because you already know. Right? So, these same women, in their entire existence. Y'all ready for this? I said, are y'all ready for this? In their entire existence, they never felt, I love you. I didn't say hear. I didn't say read. I didn't say pretend. I didn't say illusion. I said some of these same women have never felt the sensation of I love you in sincerity. I said in sincerity. It's okay for you to get your tissue box now, okay? Confirmation. I said in sincerity. Right? And so as much as you feel you're accomplished, oh, I took her, man. I'm the winner. I'm the queen. I'm on the throne. Is he gang stalking your social media? Yo! Somebody needed to hear that one. Is he regretting the mistake of his existence? Ouch! Ouch! I know that hurts. I said, ouch! I know you hurting. That's right. There is no way I can be connected to a man, and I know his focus is over there. I can't. I just can't. And that is one of the reasons why you will not hear, please, baby, stay. No. Are you kidding? No. Never have, never will. I know what I bring to the table. You understand? I know I look good on paper. You understand? I know my presence when I walk into a room. Do you understand? That's an empress. It's not somebody trying to copy somebody else, trying to compete. So it's somebody, oh my God. Look at that confirmation. It's just somebody that knows who they are. It is just somebody that is comfortable in their own skin. You feel me? Get it together. Not for me. Not for your next status on Facebook or Instagram. Oh, I'm spiritual now and I'm doing this now. And no, not for display, but inside. Heal thyself. Because you failed the test. And it's time to retake. And the only hint you'll get is heal thyself. Okay? Because that is for your welfare. Okay? The difference between me and folks is that I value myself more than you. Can we be real? I said, can we be real? Right? So I value how I feel more than how you feel about how I feel. Did that go over your head? So, being committed in a mistake, let's just be real about that, is killing me softly, right? So I rather to live vibrantly and commit to someone who lives vibrantly and have, y'all ready for this? Heaven on earth. Take notes. You can co-create your best life. It takes courage to be honest, to walk in truth, to take risks, to walk and fly alone. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? And I'm pleased to say that I know some of you are. And I know some of you are doing great. I know some of you wake up in the morning and say, thank you, God, for another day. I know some of you smile without needing to take a selfie. I know some of you have achievements and milestones and answered prayers that are reserved for your private life. And you know what? That makes me happy. When others are happy, it makes me happy. We can relate. Confirmation. We can relate by being surrounded. Confirmation. By love. Are you ready for that? Child, we know the answer. And so, before I had this talk with you and started this episode, what I decided to title it was The Option of Ancestral Blessing for Marriage. And I feel the need to tell you, confirmation, to research that. What does it mean to receive ancestral blessings for marriage? Because there are cultures that are very versed in that practice. But the reality is, as you migrate to different countries, more and more you disconnect from your culture, the culture of your ancestors. And the reality is, there is a reason for everything. So the fact that meeting, connection, guidance is necessary is so you don't tie yourself down. Literally. You understand what I'm saying? Because if it is a no, it is a wise decision to let go. If it is a yes, it is an assurance that you are set. There are only a selective few that have been divinely anointed to receive confirmation on your compatibility. And I always like to say, ask God. Because I believe God has all the answers. I also believe God guides you in the right directions. You see, there are certain connections that are invisible to the human eye. And so, due to these spiritual connections, my spirit and your spirit may not be aligned. Because I am at a certain vibration. And I've inherited a certain vibration. Conserved for those of a certain what? Vibration. Let me tell you why certain families never bear fruit. If your ancestors do not approve of that bloodline, they will allow those that are low vibration to bring blockages and sever the relationship because they don't want it either. You know why? Because they want what's best for you. In real time, I witnessed an ex that was having a conversation over the phone, questioning, why is it I am blocked? Why is it we are not progressing? Why is it? Why is it? Why is it? And towards the end, my input was, I am not comfortable with what you're doing right now. Because I was I was still set in a certain belief system. And I was raised a certain way. And there are certain things I did not engage in due to lack of knowledge. Right? Due to the ignorance in knowing that there is duality in everything. Confirmation. There is a high vibrational spectrum of things, and there is a low vibration spectrum of things. And so this is why some insight given by way of divination can save your life. Do you understand? It can have you discover certain secrets that would forever be secrets, even though you're the only one who didn't know. If it wasn't looked into by a fellow higher vibrational soul connection. Because there are those that are lower in their vibration that engage in divination work and that spew lies every opportunity that they get. in order to have you continue to come back. In fact, it was a spiritual practitioner that confessed herself that sometimes they curse you in order for you to come and get that curse removed. That's what they don't want. They don't want that to be known. Am I saying everyone does that? Obviously, that is not what you heard. I said there are some that will curse you for eternity. You better ask somebody. I said, you better ask somebody. They will point you where it is favorable in their illusion, the outcome. And this is why it is important for you to utilize your gift of discernment, or you better start praying for a gift of discernment in order to be skilled at selecting those that you interact with. Because some, child, there are many tears for some. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay? There are many tears, regret, guilt, shame, brokenness, anger, despair, loss of hope, suicidal, message sent, confirmation. Don't allow reckless living to bring you to a point of an impasse. Learn from other people's mistakes. Word to the wise. Appreciate the opportunity to witness why it would benefit you to break those generational curses. Now, the next thing I would like to do today is offer you an exercise. Now, for my last couple of episodes, I have been encouraging meditation, connecting, balance, and going, introspection and so forth, right? I've made mention of chakra and how you need to balance yourself. Well, today, I feel inspired to motivate you to cultivate a spiritual life in order for you to show up in all areas of your life spiritually inclined. Right? And so we will begin with getting familiar with the practice of nurturing ourselves through this chakra exercise. Now, what I suggest is, if you are led to make this part of your daily routine, I suggest that you balance yourself and ground yourself through meditation before you engage confirmation in this exercise. There are different forms of meditation. Don't believe the hype that it's only crisscross applesauce and sitting there and trying to think of nothing. No. There are several ways to meditate. And there is an abundance of information that is available to you to uncover, depending on your priorities. So today, my form of meditation was connecting with nature. Breathing in, breathing out. Enjoying that prana. Now, I brought my experience from being present in nature today. And I was able to make use of that meditation not only to ground me, but also to align me. So when I was outside, I looked at the sky and the clouds and noticed the symbolism. Those who know. Some of you can look at the sky and see more than sky blue. You can receive messages. You can see things that others don't see. Some of you may hear the wind. And hear what others don't hear. Some of you may sit by the water and be flooded with information. It's a gift. But you won't know your gifts until you make yourself present and available in different activities. Allowing yourself exploration. What messages are you getting from those trees? From the sun? From the moon and the stars? What are you noticing about those birds flying high? Now, some people can relate, some people can't. And that's okay for you to be right where you are. You don't have to pretend. You just have to be you. That's just a clue. Some people who find themselves in a rut or feeling sadness, recover 1, 2, 3 just by being by the water. Just by walking barefoot in the grass. Just by laying on the grass and looking at the clouds. And this is why it is very much available to those that are in need of regeneration. When you need feel refreshed. Confirmation. That tune-up. Right? So, I'm encouraging you to explore more. If you used to go by the lake, go to the beach. If you used to just walk on the sand, put your feet in the water and walk a little deeper. If you used to just look at the skies, consider investing in a telescope. But we are in a season of reconnecting. Confirmation. In a season of reconnection. So you are in your own private place right now. And so you get an opportunity to fill in the blank however you choose. But you are allowing yourself to connect with all of your chakras when you do this exercise. I know that's for your crown chakra. What do you know? For sure. I know we are not alone. How about that? I know for sure we are not alone. I see. I see to be honest with you, the first word that came to me was hope. But I was considering to share a different word. But I'm deciding to go with the first word that came to me. Because this is not about getting a right or wrong answer. There's not a right or wrong answer. This is the first word that comes to mind. Okay? I see hope. Right? That's my third eye. Okay? So when I connect with my third eye, I am given revelation. Yes. It is a gift. And in that revelation, guess what? There is hope. Confirmation. I speak. Okay? Connecting to your throat chakra. I speak life. Okay? Because I see hope. I speak life. I believe you can. I would not invest so much of me. In my offering to the community, if I didn't believe you were capable, know that you are capable of standing in your power. You just need inspiration. And I'm eager to inspire you. I love your heart chakra. I love in truth. And I am loved in truth. I can. That is connecting to your solar plexus chakra. I can be anything I want to be. That's the song that just popped in my head. Nas. And that's right on point. I feel. I feel at home in his arms. That is connection to your sacral chakra. I have support, an abundance of support that is in connection with the root chakra. And if you do this checklist every day, you will notice more balance in your life. Try it before you knock it. And try it consecutively. Because when you want to make something a routine, you need a set time devoted to it. You need a commitment regarding it. You need to hold yourself accountable. To engaging in self-care. I'm going to share my spread with you now. Confirmed. The first card is burden, right? And that's connected to the root chakra. Overburdened, overloaded, responsibilities, stress, problems, weight on shoulders, duty, obligation, saddled, restricted, burn out, uphill struggle, taken for granted, taking on too much, delays. Now, that card came out because someone in here in this cyberspace is in this energy. And the encouragement I have for you today is when you begin to apply self-care in your life, you will become more equipped with progression. Learning how to make lemonade from lemons. Acceptance. We co-create our lives with the choices we make. And this is why I don't dwell on topics with no solutions. If I discuss it, it must be preceding a solution. Because I don't have what? Time for games. And this is why we need to learn to be real with ourselves. So when engaging with adults, we need to expect the maturity of adulthood. Because when that cannot be present in a connection, and I choose to live in wellness, I now am required to detach from burdens. Right? I'm going to give y'all a little hint. Let me tell y'all what I found out. I have a family member that has a friend that's working 2 jobs, right? She should not have to be working 2 jobs because her one job as a registered nurse is enough to pay her bills. She is working 2 jobs because her husband committed adultery and got a woman pregnant. And guess who's paying child support? God forbid. God forbid, that is not my portion. But some women are okay with it. Well, mom did it. Grandma did it. All my aunts did it. And guess what? That is a choice. And that is okay for you. But everyone has their choices. No, I will not participate in a polygamous lifestyle. Message sent. It is a choice. It's not my business to knock you, just like it's not your business to knock me. You grown, I'm grown. We grown. And so if I would feel disrespected and insignificant with a man that wanted his friends to share me with them, my God, not my portion, not my portion, not my portion. What? To be committed to a man that requires for me to sleep with friends? Okay. Is that your pimp? Just asking for a friend. And guess what? That's not being smart. That's being realistic. That's being honest. That's being 100. Is he your pimp? Confirmation. I said confirmation. And I'm receiving a message that those ancestors that did participate in polygamous lifestyles, many of them did not do it by choice. The conditions that they were in brought them to settling due to financial lack. Not because it was a prize to be a third wife. I'm just being real with y'all. I said I'm just being real. I know y'all used to people playing games with y'all, but we don't play games over here. Okay? I'm mandated to be in truth. Competing, he loves me more than you, was not a prize. Do you understand that? And so if someone chooses self-respect, they should not be penalized. They do not deserve death spells. Child, the list is too long. I said the list is too long to the offenses I've endured by those in question. Because I said hell no. Forever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever. Moving on. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. It's time for you to heal. It's time for you to forgive yourself for remaining in crap for too long. Okay? And it's time to brush your shoulders off. It's time to remember you're still alive and well. That part. And it is also time to welcome love. And that's for whoever's out there that never felt they would be starting over again. But due to circumstances that life dealt them, was redirected in hope for the future. You better embrace God's favor. Somebody needed to hear that. Let me say that again. You better embrace God's favor. Child. Let me tell you. Do I have the words? Do I have the words? Not all separations are losses. Okay? I want to be nice about it. Not all separations are losses. Some of them are winning the lottery. Yo! Thank God for fate. Yes, I said it. Thank God for fate. See, what the enemy has planned for you is what God uses to bless who? You. Let me publicly do my duty in expressing my gratitude to that woman that lied concerning my name, my reputation, my character, my health. On this international platform. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have another chance to have the life I've always wanted. To be loved like I deserve. To be cherished and cared for. To be allowed to be feminine. Accompanied by masculine. Confirmation. There were no losses. It's actually I don't even have the words. I just have the emotions. I just thank God. I just love today. I love being able to love today, not waiting to love tomorrow. But today. Do I appreciate you lied on me? Hell no. Let's be transparent. Did you get what was coming for you? Hell yes, you did. Shoot. And it just started. You feel me? Wasn't it prophesized? Child, it was prophesized. Stop fronting. So, don't sweat it. I let it go. That was the only way for me to be able to be free. I chose freedom. I accepted it was a gain without the illusion. Confirmation. To that woman / girl that thought she won a prize. I would say I'm sorry for you, but I won't lie. I won't lie. But I owe you thanks too. See, there were certain things you had to uncover while being committed that I uncovered after I released. You understand? It would have been a lot more grave had I uncovered them committed. You feel me? See, right now we detach. So I ain't Mrs. Thief. I ain't Mrs. Trader. I ain't Mrs. Fill in the blank. Y'all know the blank. I said, y'all know the blanks. Mad for what? Mad for saving my life? Whoa! God, you're so good. You're so good. You're so good. You're so good. You are great and worthy to be praised. Thank you for good health. Thank you for not having to live in anxiety when I go to a doctor's appointment. Oops. Thank you, God, for eternity. Thank you, God. And to the traitor, the Judas, the wannabe winner, thank you for making room for a genuine winner. See, He recognized my worth. My value. So he won. Don't sweat it. In fact, I encourage you to make lemonade out of your lemons. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Like, make the best of your situation, whatever it is. I could care less. But whatever it is, make best of your situation over there. Right. For eternity. Over there. Okay. The trauma was released. Thanks to God. The healing is evident. Thanks to God. The case is won. Thank you, God. Mad for what? Half the time I have to be like, wow. Well, I did ask for justice. Right? I did ask for justice out loud. I did ask for justice. Because whatever was good for me in your gifting, I'm assured it was worthy of a gift for you. Confirmation. Yes. See, back to senders are actually generous. They're generous because you created the energy. Therefore, I don't receive the karma. In fact, you do. Oh my God. Yeah. But what I don't understand is, why is it so difficult to taste your medicine when I had a whole gang attacking me 24/7, right? Alone, one-man army. You feel me? But you know who showed up? You know God don't play about me. Let's be real. Come on now. I said, come on now. I heard that confirmation. Come on now. Child. In 2019, I said. In 2020, I said. In 2021, I said what I'm repeating in 2022. It was revealed to me in 2019 that I would be headed to a very rocky road. Confirmation. But after that journey, that will be my stepping stool. Right? That my name will be known generations after my passing. You know there's a time to come and there's a time what? To go, right? Yeah, you know there's a time to go, don't you? You see, sometimes the misconception of seeing somebody going through a hard time, thinking, oh, it's because they deserve it. Sometimes you need to hold your tongue. Sometimes you don't know the whole story. Sometimes you pay for it out loud. There are no secrets. Your thoughts are attainable. Did you know that? There are no secrets. And so those of us that are transparent anyway learned about that and forgot about that. So what? But those of us that rise in the shadows, well, the whole world is witnessing it. As a matter of fact, the next card is impatience, and it is showing someone doing moon magic. Funny, huh? I didn't even see the card yet. And we just so happen to be on the topic that some of you quote unquote holy rollers, confirmation, work in the shadows, right? Oh, she wrong. She evil. She satanic. She had an oracle card. She knows. She has gifts. Okay. Where is it in that your Bible that it says you can kill to win someone else's fortune? Where does it say in that your Bible that it is okay to the list is so long, to steal, to lie on, to sexually exploit, to commit fraudulent marriages. Child, let me not waste all my time. The point is, get real before anyone sees you as real ever again. Sometimes that coffin you had set for somebody else had your name inscribed on the bottom of it. Ain't that something? In fact, that reminds me of one of the revelations that I had. I dreamt that the Judas I was married to had a miniature casket in his hand, made of wood. Even can describe it in detail. It wasn't painted. It was like confirmation. It was just wood, right? Inside of this casket was my name, right? And I saw him standing in front of a grave. And I saw a spirit rise up from the grave. And he offered him the casket with my name in it. And the spirit responded in my native tongue. So I knew how real it was. Okay. Yes. By birthplace, I am an American citizen. And yes, by bloodline, I am a Haitian descendant. So when I heard, no, c'est ou mwen vle, translated in English, no, it's you I want. Copy that? I knew then and there that death spell was going to be reversed. And I did make a note of that on Facebook, okay? I did keep it transparent from day one, okay? I was laughed at because it was a joke to you, okay? What they say about who laughs last? Anybody know? Mad for what? Did I die? Confirmation. Mad for what? Did I die? Did I die? Am I dying? It was revealed to me even the diseases that you have induced in your lives due to the spell work you did, confirmation, you did to me, my child, my bloodline. Child, it's just too much to say. That's why I had to write it. It's a better read, isn't it? But you made a big mistake with me. And I will never forget, I'll never forget where I was when I told you, when I uncovered your double life and the fact that you was a Judas, stating, so my family was right? You mean my family was right? And you laughed in my face, right? On speakerphone, in front of your friends, right? And in my moment of truth, I recall saying, you made a big mistake. Everyone that is aware of my bloodline, my name, knows you made a big mistake. Didn't I tell you that? Say I'm lying. If it's a lie. I said, you don't want to make my ancestors angry. Yo! I said it. And you laughed. Correct? And in my manifestation, see, I just have to say it. When you walk in truth, when you sold out for God, you just have to say it. I said, everyone will know what you did. Your response in the gaps of the laughing was, you're not going to tell anyone anyway. You love me too much. Now, if that's not some emotional deficiency, I don't know what is. That's really when I was like, yo, who is he? You sound like one of my clients. That someone is not going to defend themselves or tell authorities of you wasting their time in a fraudulent marriage to participate in money laundering because of love? Oh my God. Were you for real? If I ever had a question, we will never talk again, but confirmation. See, I said we will never talk again, and confirmation occurred. But yeah, it would just be, were you for real? Targeting a single mother, doing her best, raising her gift of a son, not even a teenager, that you lied to about everything. How many kids you had, what job you had, what your finances were, where you owned, who your family was, everything starting with your name. And when it came to forgiving myself, I had to forgive myself that I did not leave you right after we said I do. When I sat with you in my car, remember you was treading them streets. And you said, I don't really own the business. I don't really have access to the money. I don't really have the means to participate in contribution in this union. Let me tell you what I didn't say out loud. I said to myself, I want out. Not only because you lied, but because you said, we're married anyway. It's for better or for worse. Meaning like you intentionally invested in disturbing my life. Years of my life. Years of my life. And so you think it's fair, right? You think it's fair for me to let bygones be bygones when you and your family was howling to the moon for the death of me, for sacrifice, for riches, fame, and power. Let bygones be. What? You can't be for real. I know you can't be for real. And what makes the cherry on top is the fact that even after I divorced, even after you was in your wrong, you had the nerve to continue to do black magic on my life, on my finances, on my love life, even though you treated me like crap. Confirmation. But I did not deserve to move on in peace and heal. My life was not worth a damn to you. Poisoned by food, poisoned by lies, poisoned by fake dreams, poisoned by the one time that I actually believed that you would say, love. What angered me the most is, I know me, right? Had I known I would be marrying a monster, it would have never taken place. You were not the first person to propose to me. Let's be real. And you already know that. I can say bye. So I said no to this one, and I said no to this one, and you think you could come in and play with me. Obviously, you don't know God. Even with your fake Christian umbrella. Not you. Not your harem of whores. And certainly not your bloodline. And this is why it is of grave importance for those of you who want to consider marriage to look into it spiritually. Yeah, I know y'all don't like what I'm saying. But y'all, confirmation. But y'all already know I don't give a damn. Because people need to know the truth. The reason why they want to steer you away from divination is because that is the truth. Because there is duality in everything. There is high vibrational divinity and there is low vibrational divinity. That is the part of those that go to church on Sunday and participate in voodoo, the low vibrational voodoo. Santeria, the low vibrational spectrum of Santeria. Hoodoo, the lower vibrational spectrum of hoodoo. One that is not ignorant understands the power of culture. Confirmation. One with intellect required. One with intellect recalls that it was through a connection of ancestors my ancestry received their independence January 1st, 1804. It wasn't because they was playing church like y'all hypocrites, right? It was because they honored their being. They honored their roots. They honored the wisdom, right? And independence happened. And just to give you a little insight of how I won and you all, I said you all lost in trying to retrieve my soul is simply reconnecting to God. And remembering the blood in my veins. Remembering what my people did. See, if they did it, I too did it. Right? Independent of your demonic soul contracts, where you signed my name. Do they know that part? Without my knowledge. Do they know that part? Right? get whose inheritance? Do they know that part? How is it that it was your inheritance and it was mine to begin with? In fact, was it not true that after we got married, you lost your mind? And every day you said, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire. And I'm thinking to myself, what is he smoking? What is he talking about? Meanwhile, it was because you were putting my head up for sacrifice, because you saw what was coming my way. You feel me? And so the cookie crumbled because my ancestors did not want no freeloaders. Because that's what y'all are. Is it not the truth? Freeloaders. In fact, they wanted someone who matched my energy, who matched my promise. So it is what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes, you did try to kill me. Yes, I know. Yes, you did try to kill my child, my only child, that you did not even give me, because we won't speak of impotence right now. But, yeah. So, you attacking me, then attacking future generations, got you where you are. See, everyone need to take notes. I know y'all taking notes. Take that down too. It's not everybody that you can mess with. That there is a price to pay. That it will go down generation to generation. Shoot. My ancestors said, ain't no way you can have a child with that man. Get it together. And this is why you blinked and I flied away. See that? So people can learn confirmation. People can learn from my story to make their story better. Tip of the day. Learn something new every single day. Y'all learned a lot today, ain't it? I am who I am. In the eyes of God, nothing more and nothing less. I am who I am. In the eyes of God, nothing more and nothing less. I said I am. I am. In the eyes of God, nothing more and certainly nothing less. Nothing less. Peace out.